Today I'd like to show you a tool that I really enjoy using in my classroom. It is called Weebly.com. Weebly is a tool for creating websites. It allows you to create a website without having to know any computer programming or any HTML. You can create, with a free education account, you can create a number of sites of your own that you can use for your students to give them information. So for example, the interface is really simple and it allows for you to have a number of choices that you can give information to students in a variety of ways. The way that this program really incorporates the principles of UDL is that it offers for so much freedom of expression, and it allows a number of tools to be embedded into your website very simply by dragging and dropping. This is a simple website that I've created. And if I wanted to add more information onto this website, I could simply, and if you look over here at the options that are available, they make it seamless for you to add a variety of different media types to your website. So for example, you can add an image or a slideshow. You can add media with videos, audio, YouTube videos. So you could offer information to students in a variety of ways. You could put text on your website to explain an assignment. You could record yourself reading the text so that the students have someone reading the text, or you could add more information. You could create a YouTube video explaining how the project is going to be done and really demonstrating for your visual learners. So you can really offer multiple means of representation to your students. The second piece that Weebly offers is that it allows the teacher to create student websites for the students in your class. And this really allows you to provide options for executive functions, and specifically by enhancing your capacity for monitoring progress. So I'll exit the editor here and I'll go back to the main page. If you notice up here, you could see that this section leads to my students. And here is where I can create my classes. So I've created a class called EComp6203, and I've added a couple of students. When you add a student, you can create a username and password for that student, which you can change later, which allows you to monitor those passwords. It will also, once the student creates their site, it gives you a link to their website right here, so that you have a simple way of monitoring the student's progress. It's a really wonderful tool if you're doing a project where your students are creating websites. And it's really a wonderful way for them to show what they know for you. And the next principle of UDL that I'd like to talk about is multiple means of engagement. In creating a website, it offers an incredible amount of choice to students. They can design the site in whatever way they choose. They can change the look and feel of the website. They can even create the subdomain, so they create their own website name. They can change the design of the website and change the theme and have it look in a way that suits their taste. They can decide how much information and what type of information. If they'd like to put a map on, they can put a map on. If they'd like to create a regular website page, they can. If they'd like to create a blog page, they can do that as well. They can add pages that link to outside sources so they can offer information. This website simply makes the process of creating a web page easy. It's easy for you to teach. It's easy for your students to show what they know. And it's a wonderful way to bring multiple options to your classroom. I would just like to add a lesson plan idea for a way that you could use Weebly in a lesson. I've used Weebly in a number of ways with a variety of classes. I teach web design, so I've used Weebly in a web design class sort of at the end of the semester where students have already learned some HTML, and then I can allow them to do sort of a fun project using Weebly that's a little bit easier than some of the more challenging HTML that they've done at the beginning of the class. But I've also used Weebly as an icebreaker at the beginning of the semester for my 8th grade students. I can show them how to create a web page, and I could ask them to create an all about me web page where they would make a page that introduces themselves to the class. Then I could create a list of links for the students in the class and ask them to visit each other's websites and ask them to learn a little bit about the students in each other's classes. It's a nice way for students to learn a new tool and for them to talk a little bit about themselves, and then for the students to learn a little bit about each other. So I really enjoy using Weebly in my classroom in a variety of ways, and so I hope you'll take a chance and check it out. Thank you very much.